Hello, welcome to Sip's Wood Chips, and I'm Sip Mendez, and it's been kind of cold here in Texas for the past few weeks, so I haven't done much, I haven't done any wood turning whatsoever, and it's been kind of cold. Here in Texas, if it's below 70, that's considered cool, and if it's below 60, that's considered cold. Today it got up into the 60s, so that was pretty nice. Right now it's about 59, and tonight it'll probably get down in the 40s. So this is my bandsaw. It's a 12-inch Craftsman bandsaw with a 1 horsepower motor. And I've had it for quite a while. On the inside is a sticker from when I bought it, and I bought it back in 2006, and I bought it on clearance. And it's a bit of unusual. It's a very unusual kind of saw. You don't see too many 12 inches. I know there's a lot of them out there. I just haven't seen very many. And it has an 80-inch blade. I think it was made by a company in Canada. I think it's called General International, and it's actually from China. It's an import. But I've had good luck with it, but then again, I've had a lot of little problems with it. Things seem to get loose by themselves. The table would not tilt to 45 degrees originally. I had to clean up the underside of the table and grind away some metal that was actually rubbing so that it would tilt to 45 degrees. What I want to do today, though, is talk about the blade guides on this one. And before you work on anything like this on the saw, make sure you unplug it. This one has a safety, and I can go ahead and remove the safety. It has a disconnect on the back, so I can disconnect the power from the outlet. And I'm gonna show you about these blade guides. Here is the upper blade guide on my saw, and the one underneath. And it has a set of little Allen screws, and you just need to loosen these to remove the blade guides. And these are the blade guides. They're just made of steel, and they're actually pointed and quite small on the end. These are the ones that have actually been used. You can see that they're worn down, and I have filed them to get notches and grooves out of them. Here's the other one. This one has a pretty good groove in it from where it's been rubbing against the blade. Okay. And what I'm going to install are what are called Olson Cool Blocks. And I've seen these before on the shelf, and I've never bought them for the saw because all the ones that they sell, or that I've seen, are rectangular. They're more like a cube. And I just realized recently that they're available in a 1/4-inch diameter rod shape. And it says on here that they'll improve the performance of the saw, and they increase the life of the blade. And it says that they're made of it's like a fiber and graphite composition, and they're compressed very tightly. And so to install them, all you have to do is remove these. And I took a 1/4-inch bit because they wouldn't fit very well, and ran them in there and removed any burrs on the inside of it, and that helped. So I've retensioned my blade. If you notice that they weren't in there very well, and the blade wasn't centered because the blade was not tensioned. But all you have to do is remove these and replace them with these Olson Cool Blocks. And you should insert them just so they touch the blade, and then back them off just slightly. Many people say the proper way to do it is to wrap a dollar bill around it, or a piece of paper, and then remove it. I do have a little piece of paper here that'll probably work. And it should be about the thickness of a dollar bill. So all you need to do is push them in until they touch. Tighten them. Then remove the paper. And these you tighten with a Allen wrench. And since they're not made of metal, try not to over tighten them. And when you rotate the blade, it should pass through very easily. So today is March 9th, 2015, and I'm going to try these for a while and see if it improves the performance of my saw. Here are some cuts I had previously made with my saw, and I hope you can see the grooves that are cut. The grooves are very jagged, and I've had the problems that I've had with this saw, I think come from these blade guides and from not tensioning my saw properly. So this is the tensioning device on the back of my saw, and when I'm not using it, I detension the blade. I loosen it, not completely, but just so there's enough tension to keep the blade on the drive wheels. And I put this little plaque down on the table around the blade, reminding me to tension the blade before I use it. There's a scale on here, which is probably difficult to see, but the bottom indication about here is 1/8, 1/4, 1/2 inch, 3/4, and that's supposed to tell you how much to tighten, how much tension to put on the blade. The way it works is the rod comes down through the spring. When you tighten the spring, it puts pressure up and it pushes this entire metal part up, and that puts more tension on the blade. So what I had been doing was, there is no real indicator on here to tell me how much to tension the blade. So I had been using the point where the spring meets this black metal piece in here, and I'd been tightening it to where the bottom, to where it pointed to the bottom number on the scale. And I really should have been tightening it probably above the first digit. And I think that's also part of my problem, that I was not tensioning the blade enough. I've been watching other videos on YouTube, and they have different devices for determining how much tension to apply, and I think I have not been applying enough. Some of the videos indicate that the spring on most of these are actually not as stiff as they need to be, and that they really need to be tensioned almost one entire setting to get the proper amount of tension. And they've worked it out with formulas, mathematical formulas, and measuring gauges to come up with that determination. This wheel here, there's a small wing nut on the other side that loosens it. That's for adjusting the pitch of the wheel, either forward or backward, to help guide the blade to right at the highest part of the wheel. The wheel is actually arced across the top, and it rides at the highest point, and you can adjust it so the blade will ride in the center. I've retensioned the saw. I'll make a practice cut on this 3/4 inch piece of wood here, and it's probably just spruce, but it's aged. So here are the two pieces of wood, and you can see they fit together pretty well. This side looks rather smooth now. Has very few saw cuts. They're not as deep as they were on the other one. This side of the blade is looks like it made a little bit darker saw cuts, deeper saw cuts. Here are the saw cuts that were made before with a different blade, and they're notably deeper. It was wandering a lot more. I think that has improved the cutting quality. So, well, thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated on any other changes. I'll try to wear in the cool blocks and see if it improves the way it cuts even more. If you've enjoyed this video, click on the thumbs up, and I'd appreciate that. If you're not a subscriber, click on subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I publish a new video. So until next time, wish you all the best. Guys, take care.